All right, everybody, welcome to Virtual Bourbon. My name is Steve Akley, and we've got a fun event tonight, our popular blind tasting series where we do projects. And our project this time was inspired by Kathy Cool here. She came up with this idea and the concept of pitting small distilleries versus big distilleries. So we've got 6 that we're going to be trying. Let's go ahead and pour the first 2. Get the first 2 ready. And then as we go on to each one, we'll pour the next one. So let's start with A and pour that. And then I'll tell you a little bit about what we're going to be doing here. A and B, we'll get B because we always like to work one ahead. And then as we try B, we'll pour C. That's how we'll do it. All right, so got mine poured. We'll just let those sit for just a little bit here and tell you a little bit about what to expect on this event. So we're going to go through all 6 of these, and we do the same tasting that we do in any of our taste tests, whether they're blind or not. We always go through one time, and the first time we go through, we'd like to talk about nosing notes, kind of get as detailed as possible. You can do that. Anybody can leave their mic on. You feel free to talk throughout. You can put it in chat if you prefer. With this size group, it's just easy enough just to go ahead and talk, I think. But so we'll go through, do all of these, and then we'll go back and go through a second time, a little bit higher level, a little bit quicker. We'll just go through and just see if anything's changed or anything like that. If it's got better, if it's got worse, maybe there's no change at all, but we'll go back through each of those quickly, and then we'll wrap it up and give you guys a little bit of time. And your job is going to be to take the 6 whiskeys that we have here and rank them 1 to 6, 1 being your favorite, 6 being your least favorite. And that's what we'll use to establish the scoring system to move 3 on to the finals. I will say this is pitting big distilleries versus small. The big are all the heritage brands, the ones that you know, all based in Kentucky, because we're talking about the olden bourbon distilleries. All these are bourbon tonight, by the way. So that's one thing that we need to note. There's no rye in there. There's no American whiskey, single malts, those type of things. No blends. It's all classified as bourbon, so that's important to point out. And again, it's big distilleries versus small. The only thing I'm going to tell you about these, proof can vary. Everything is unknown. Mash bills can change. It could be wheaters in here. It could be high rise. Again, all bourbon. But what I will tell you is there's going to be 3 big distilleries, 3 small distilleries. You don't know what order they are, anything like that. But I wanted to make sure that we had it even. Now, ultimately, all big distilleries could make it to the finals. So they could win the 3 slots here tonight, 3 to the next, or it could be vice versa. All the little ones win, or we just have this mixture. But I wanted to make sure that we didn't skew the numbers by putting like 4 in one, 2 in the other, that type of thing. It is evenly matched in both of the sessions. It's the first 2 sessions that we'll be doing, the qualifying rounds. Third round, anything goes because you guys decide what the 6 are that will be in the finale. So with that being said, that's kind of what we'll be doing. I always say that the first couple events here aren't very satisfying because I'm not going to tell you what any of these are at the end of it. I'm not going to tell you what has moved on. I'm not going to tell you what's been eliminated or anything like that. And the reason why I do that, I think it could skew how you taste things, or you'll know some information. We want you to know as little as possible. It truly wants to be a blind tasting that we work on as a project, as a group. So that's why I don't really give any details. I won't talk about even the things that have been eliminated, even though that they're gone on, because I don't want you to think, well, I was going to vote for this because I liked it. Now it's gone. We just don't do that. So that being said, we're ready to start now on A. So if you go ahead and pull your glass of A over, we will talk on the nose and on the taste. Again, once you're sharing those, as we go through this first round here, I'll take about half the group when we get to the tasting notes and ask you to weigh in on those. And then as we go to B, I'll have the other half of the group weigh in on that one. Okay. So let's start out on the nose here and just share anything you're getting on the nose there. And I'm doing this with you guys. I don't get to score anything like that, but I am nosing it. I don't have the list in front of me, so I don't even know what's what. I did pour this, as you know, a couple of weeks ago because you received these in the mail probably at least a week ago, maybe longer. So I don't even know what's what here. I'm blind on the tasting like you guys tonight.
Definitely vanilla.
Vanilla on the nose, okay? All right. Anything else on the nose?
A lot of stone fruit.
Stone fruit, okay.
Stone fruit.
Another stone fruit, okay.
Mm.
Yeah.
Am I crazy? There's some undertone of maybe lemon or citrus.
I was getting that too.
Okay. All right, Neil's confirmed that.
Quite complex.
Complex. All right. All right. Let's the true mark of a good whiskey is the taste. So let's try this one. Cheers, gang, on this first
Cheers.
one. It's good. It's got a nice warm finish, I'll say.
Goes to about like mid chest.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm getting the exact same thing off of that.
Pretty nice legs.
Nice legs, yeah. It's a viscous offering for sure.
There's like a viscosity to it.
Mm-hmm. Taste wise, what are we
Leather.
talking? Leather, okay. Justine goes with leather.
I get some leather, some cinnamon, little oak. Not so
Leathers.
much the vanilla that you kind of smell. My smellers are a little bad. Riding a motorcycle for a week and the weather and everything. So my nose isn't the greatest right now.
I hear you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting the cinnamon, and on the back end, I'm getting a hint of coffee.
Hint of coffee. Okay. Yeah, Danny, I can see that, and kind of an earthier coffee.
Mhm.
You get the coffee runs the gamut from acidic, bitter, earthy. When you're talking the better coffees, I think so. Yeah,
Yes.
this is a kind of an earthier taste to it for sure. Casey, how about you, man? What are you thinking as you taste this one?
I don't know. I don't know if I'm warmed up yet, but I am getting the vanilla. I do get that silkiness, this viscosity. I also get a note of chestnut for some reason.
Chestnut. Okay. All right. That would be good right around the holiday time, right? But we're not there right now. It's warming up outside. So, all right.
Maybe kind of vanilla wafer because it has a sweetness on the taste.
There's a sweetness there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't get marzipan, but
No marzipan, but yeah, kind of a sweetness, sweet cakiness up front, I think, and then more of the earthy tones at the back. Rob, how about you, man?
I was getting the vanillas as well. You sort of
Mhm. Okay. All right. Last ones I want to talk to for round number one here for A. Let's talk to Kathy and Scott. So, Kathy, we'll ask you first. Taste wise, what are you getting here?
Well, pardon me. I'm getting, it definitely doesn't smell or taste as fruity as it smells. Maybe a little young.
Possibly.
But-
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either, but it kind of has that front heat. Probably the oak and woody kind of taste.
Okay.
I definitely don't taste marzipan.
No marzipan. Okay. Confirmation of no marzipan. Scott, how about you, man?
I'm having some trouble pulling some flavors out tonight. So it's good. It smelled fine. Smelled a little light to me. Tastes good, but nothing's jumping out at me to say.
Okay. All right. Let's move on to B. But before we do that, let's pour C. Again, pouring one ahead. So we'll pour our C now. We'll leave that sit, and then we're going to grab B and talk about that. All right. B on the nose. A little bit more on the floral note side. But
I'm getting kind of a bread smell.
bread, okay. Something from the bakery at the bread area. All right. Anything else on the nose? Definitely not an overpowering one. Pretty kind of light on the nose.
When my wife sometimes makes cinnamon rolls,
Uh-huh.
There's a little bit of that here, but it's not real strong, but it's there.
I'll
Okay.
agree.
Okay. Cinnamon rolls. All right. All right, gang, let's try this one. See where we're at here, taste wise on B.
I like it.
I like that one. Yeah.
It tastes really familiar. I don't know what, but it tastes very familiar.
Yeah, there's a lot of different flavors there. I think this one was going to be one we're going to have some fun with it. I mean, I'm getting some sweeter things. I'm getting something from the bakery too. I mean,
Like cocoa.
cocoa. Okay. Cocoa. All right.
Yeah, I'm getting that doughy sensation, a little spice at the finish.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely got a little zing on the end there, doesn't it? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Getting that and kind of a little bit of orangey too. So that kind of that holiday thing. You ever get that? See that orange chocolate thing that actually breaks into wedges like a real orange does? Kind of, so back to Justine's cocoa thing, and then that orange in there too. Kind of reminds me of that a little bit.
Get that. Boom.
Get some of that too. Okay.
A little honey.
Honey. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not just like honey sweet, not overly sweet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, not like sugary sweet, but
Right.
No.
honey sweet. Yeah. Paul, how about you, man?
Yeah, I get the definite like cinnamon roll sweetness.
Mhm.
Picking up like a little nuttiness though, on like the back end, like an earthy nuttiness.
Okay.
I like this one.
Yeah. Yeah.
For me, that earthy nuttiness is kind of like a sweet tobacco.
Sweet tobacco. Yeah. Maybe along the lines of like a pipe tobacco, because that tends to run sweeter. Something like that.
I wasn't a big smoker. See, for me, oak and tobacco kind of change if it's sweeter or drier for me.
Uh-huh.
So, and when I've been down south and kind of smelled tobacco, not really the pipe tobacco,
Mm-hmm.
but
Okay.
not that cherry sweet smell that your grandfather used to smoke.
Right. Right. Okay. Tom, how about you? What are you getting on the taste on this one?
I definitely get that chocolate orange.
Uh-huh.
And
Yeah.
there's a bit of like that yeast. It's smooth up front and then has that zing at the back. It a little cinnamon, I guess, also.
Yeah. Yeah, it's also got a good mouthfeel that kind of coats your mouth too. That allows that zing at the back to kind of stick there too, kind of at the back of my throat. So it's kind of warmed me up nicely. Let's jump down to Anne and Anthony. What about you two? What are you guys thinking as you taste this one?
Yeah, it's got we're kind of noobs, but it's got a long flavor tail, and I couldn't quite think of what it was, but the other gentleman said tobacco, and I agree there, tobacco and maybe some yeast.
Okay.
Not supposed to mention brands or guests or anything, but I just think of Four Roses yeast flavor when I taste this.
Mm-hmm.
And it probably maybe a little higher ABV than the first one, because I can feel it in my throat for a while.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. All right. Let's see. Who haven't we called on yet? Of course, the legend. We haven't heard from him.
I'll go along with some tobacco.
Mm-hmm. Pipe tobacco?
Huh?
Pipe tobacco? I don't want to get chewed out again.
It's certainly not sweet or sweet, so yeah. And some baked goods.
Baked goods. Okay. All right. Justine, we'll ask you too, and then we'll ask Danny, and then we'll move on. So, Justine, you're first, though.
Yeah, can't really think of anything different than what was said before.
Okay. All right, finally, last one here is Danny. Danny, what do you want to weigh in on this one with?
I'll have to agree with the other tasting notes there, except for the orange. I don't like orange. I would have spit that out, but no, I didn't taste the orange, but all the other I do agree with.
I don't know. Danny's the only person I know who doesn't like orange. Who doesn't like orange flavor?
And he doesn't like bananas either.
This is unheard of. Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah.
And the other big question is, does Bill like it? That means it's
Well, hell
good
yeah, I
enough.
like it.
Of course. Everyone likes oranges other than Danny.
Right.
All right. We're going to move on to C, but we do want to pour D before we get that C sample going. Not sure Danny was paying attention. He was shopping in the ABV Network shop while this was going on. I just saw an order come through and I looked down and it was Danny.
I just renewed it.
Actually, that was Misty.
Oh,
Not
okay.
me.
It was Misty. Okay.
Was
You got
that-
lucky there.
Was that a hooded sweatshirt?
No, he
No, it ain't my
refuses,
sweatshirt.
he refuses to buy a hooded sweatshirt. It doesn't have a zipper, apparently. It's a big deal.
Yeah, these got zippers in them. You need to order one. Okay?
Yeah.
If he gets a zipper, I'll own one.
Oh, they do. They do. They have a zipper now.
Yeah. We got zipper. And by the way, no return policy either. So
So I did the renewal and I did ordered the number 2 of that series on Eventbrite.
oh, all right. Tell Misty to keep shopping. Let's
Tomorrow.
extend this thing out. We'll keep Misty shopping. It's good.
Mhm.
All right. On the nose, this one is great. C is great on the nose here. It's got a lot
It's
going
so
on.
incredible. I'm getting yeast.
Yes,
and
definitely
butter.
use and butter
Yeah, I'm getting the butter.
and grape bubble yum. Seriously, nose it and tell me it's not grape bubble yum there.
Yes.
Tell me it's not. It is
Buttered popcorn.
buttered popcorn. Okay, yes,
Put butter popcorn before break.
grape bubble yum too, though. It's there. This one's very complex. I don't know what this is.
Mine
This
is,
is movie night.
my nose is a little compromised because it's cottonwood season here in Michigan. But this smells like a single malt to me.
Like a single malt,
Like,
Mhm.
like I'm just gonna say it. It smells like deer hammer,
like deer hammer.
like something I've had before from there.
Okay,
That's just my guess. I know
familiar
we're not
familiar
naming
nose.
two names,
These are all
but
bourbons, aren't they?
They're all bourbons, so
Can't be a single malt.
it cannot be a single malt. It could be deer hammer though. Deer hammer does have bourbon, so
Yeah.
she could be right about that. But it's definitely not a single malt, that for sure.
I thought you said they were all from Kentucky.
No, I said all the heritage brands were because
Okay.
all the heritage are, the big bourbon, really. I mean, I don't know if anybody that, has been in anybody else, you might not even consider them craft, but really all the heritage brands are Kentucky. So, yes, all of our big bourbon is represented by Kentucky Distilleries. So, but the other ones, the small guys can be from anywhere. So. All right. Very interested in this one. Again, I'm just like you guys. I'm totally blind here. I don't remember what's what. So let's give this a taste.
Sweet.
It's sweet. Yes.
Sweet and quite bready.
Sweet and
Yeah.
bready.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's why I love it. It's full of carby flavors.
Yeah, a lot of those yeast notes that
Mhm.
Kathy
Mhm.
noted.
Yeah.
Yeah, it drinks like a high malt. Like it, I get that more so off the palate than the nose.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I would imagine this is one of our craft distillers.
Yeah, Neely.
So it's definitely got a great taste, but let's talk about on the taste. Let's see here. Let's go back. Let's ask Rob. Rob, what do you think on the taste on this one?
It's really bready. I mean,
Mhm.
like it smelled like a bakery. It tasted like bread. Yeah, it's not the typical bourbon flavors.
Yeah, it's I agree on the the bakery and the bread and all that up front. There is a sweet note on the back for me, which is interesting because a lot of times sweet always happens up front. They say those sweet receptacles are up front, but I do get some sweet right at the end on this one, which is cool. Mr. Bill, how about you, man? What are your thoughts, taste of this one?
It's not something that I'm recognizing,
Mm-hmm.
but I like it.
He likes it. Okay. All right. Fair assessment. Tom, how about you?
I'm getting like the yeast and the sweetness. I think I'm trying to figure out there's something else in there. I'm thinking maybe like currant.
Mm-hmm. Okay. That's a good note. All right. Ann and Anthony. Guys say you're newbies, but you taste what you taste. You don't have to be a pro to tell us what you taste.
Yeah, that Ann said she didn't want to talk right now, but we should make her. But it's a little short. The last one had a long flavor tail and aftertaste. This one's a little short, and there's a little bit of an aftertaste that I don't like that well, and I associate it with young.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe taken out of the barrel a little too soon. So I think this is probably one of the craft brewers or distillers that maybe doesn't have it in the barrel as long as it needs to be.
Okay.
But again, I'm new, but I really like the nose, but I'm not a fan of the short flavor.
Mm-hmm. All right, Ann. Anthony said we have to ask you, so let's hear it. What do you got?
I didn't like it.
If you don't like it, you don't like it. Yeah.
I felt like it was very hot, but then that flavor just disappeared quickly, and I didn't feel like it just had a smooth transition for me.
Okay. Okay. Kevin, how about you? Taste on this one.
I got the yeast. I got the oak at the end. I don't know, the little flavor that you were unusual thinking. I think I got a little hint of lemon at the end.
Mm-hmm.
And kind of that maybe going along with that current kind of was a crazy flavor going on back there in the background.
Yep. Okay.
I like it.
You like it. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's good. All right. Let's move on to D. But before we do that, of course, we like to pour one ahead. So we're going to pour E, and then we're going to talk about D, though. All right.
Wow.
D. Let's talk D on the nose.
Flowers.
Flowers.
Yeah, floral cherries, like cherry.
Cherry. Okay.
Yes, definitely cherries.
Cherries.
Honeysuckle.
Mm-hmm.
The drink.
Honeysuckle.
Yeah. Honeysuckle, cherries.
Cherries.
Yeah, I would agree with like a cherry blossom.
Cherry blossom. Okay. Combination of the floral and the cherries. Yeah.
Beautiful nose.
Nose is solid, right?
Yeah.
Very, very good.
Big.
Like-
Is there a cherry blossom fruit stripe gum?
That needs to be our new thing we come up with. Partner with a gum company, and then they use some of the crazy notes we come up with. So, yeah, toasted
This is
circus
like-
peanuts and stuff. Yeah.
This is like standing in a flower garden or walking into a greenhouse.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very pleasant. I think honeysuckle, but
Right.
got a pretty untrained nose.
Okay.
I'll agree with the honeysuckle.
Honeysuckle. Okay. Let's give it a taste. See what's going on here, gang.
So are there even amount, you said there's an even amount of,
Big distilleries and small. Yes. Yeah. It's 3 and 3. So, yes, sir.
Chocolate covered cherry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was thinking like a cherry cola.
Cherry cola. Okay.
Getting like that vanilla type cake batter.
Okay.
I didn't see that.
All right. Casey, how about you? What are your thoughts as you taste this one?
Well, it certainly got a bigger nose, I think, than it does a finish. But it's got a relatively solid body. I am getting the a little of the vanilla and a little of the cherry as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I like it.
Okay. All right. The legend, how about you? Taste wise on this one.
I don't think I got anything to add outside of what everybody else has said right now, but
Okay.
I like it. Good.
Like it. All right. The Robinsons, taste on this one.
I like the sweetness to it. The vanilla really comes out, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, nice mouthfeel too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Tom, what are you thinking as you give this one a taste?
I agree with the nose is bigger than the taste.
Mm-hmm.
A little of vanilla. I'm not really getting that it has a lot of body though.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a cooling sensation inside your mouth that usually is an indicator of a little bit lower proof, but I don't know. I'm not sure. How about you, Mr. Bill? Your thoughts on this one?
I like it. I think it's one of our heritage brands, but
Okay. All right. All right. Well, let's move on to F. I mean, E, we need to pour F. We're moving on to E. Right. E.
My F is in a different colored bottle. I don't know if that distinguishes it in any way.
Yes, that notes that it is a prime example of goodness. Those are just random. I used to like to make sure they're all uniform. Now it's like I don't even care. I throw them all in a big box and then just start pulling them out. So yes,
yeah,
pretty random. All right, anything on the nose?
Fruits.
Fruits.
Big
Okay.
corn. Big corn.
Big corn. Okay.
Corn, butter, yeah.
Corn
Yeah,
and butter.
lots of corn.
Lots of corn.
Get apple.
Apple. Okay. Green apple variety.
I get the corn, but it's more like the corn silk.
The corn silk. Okay.
Very green.
Very green. Okay. Let's try it and see what we got here on the taste. Cake battery, not really a finish at all for me on this one.
Mm-mm.
Just
a little heat, like right down the center.
Yeah, very light, but
it's all mid palate.
Yeah,
doesn't
really stick with you. It doesn't follow that. Some of them you get follows you all the way down. Not getting it on this one.
Just really crackery.
Mm-hmm.
That corn just keeps following it.
Yeah. I'd say this is young.
Okay.
It reminds me of a Texas bourbon.
Texas bourbon. Okay. That's a big compliment from the Texas guy. It's actually not. He's notoriously hasn't been a fan, though. Texas seems to be coming around. They seem to kind of. There's some of them that are kind of figuring out, even the ones that we were critical of in years past. It seems like now, as I go back and try their stuff. So you got to keep an open mind to this stuff, and you got to give them the benefit of the doubt. It takes a while to get this stuff down, but it does seem like some of the.
Isn't it always hot there?
It is.
So they don't get as much of a temperature fluctuation.
No.
Right.
Matter of fact, they get the extreme to the other way, where it's just hot all the time. So yeah, depending on where they're at in Texas, obviously. But this past year was a crazy year with colder weather and ice and stuff like that. It was weird.
Very unusual.
Very weird year for Texas for sure. They weren't real ready for that either. So
Nope.
No one's controlling the temperature.
it was bad. Yeah, it was definitely a bad situation. Rob, how about you on the taste on this one? What are your thoughts?
There was just a really weird aftertaste. Like once the flavor gone, there was just something lingered that was, yeah, I just did not like.
From here, but
Yeah.
not here.
Okay. All right. Let's talk to Kathy and Scott about what they think about this one. Anything else to add beyond what we've talked about?
No, I don't think so, Steve. It's definitely, short, kind of flat, and I think everybody else has pretty much summed it up.
Okay.
I think if you mixed it with something, it would disappear.
Yeah,
You'd
it
have
definitely
to do
feels
a
like
really
it would.
big pour with like a splash
Yeah,
of soda or something.
I agree. It's not one that could last in a cocktail. It would disappear. It doesn't feel like the proof is enough there. It doesn't feel like the flavor's bold enough. Sometimes I always say like, Four Roses 80 proof is probably the best in the 80 proof range for a cocktail because it's so spicy. It's got the, it's a high rye bourbon. It's one that can still stand up in a cocktail despite the low proof. But yeah, I agree with Kathy. It feels like it'd get lost in a cocktail. All right, let's move on to our last one here to F. Again, we will be going through these one more time as a group. A little bit higher level. We won't necessarily call people out, but we'll ask if there's any change or anything like that. So let's talk F on the nose. There's our what's that?
Black licorice.
That black licorice. Okay.
That's what I was just getting ready to say.
Yes.
Yeah, we were thinking anise.
Yes.
Anise. Okay.
Are any of these finished?
No,
Perfect.
no.
Okay.
Nothing fancy about them. No, none of that kind of stuff. So it's just regular. I hate to say straight bourbon because I don't even know if all of them are 2 years old. So, but just that from the sense of the fact there's nothing else added and it has to be bourbon. That's it.
That's nuts.
This one's really different.
Yeah, the first nose was very floral, and then the second was just anise or the licorice or whatever. Just
Anise. Okay.
Is anise how you say black licorice in French?
We
Anus.
Anus. I'm getting some circus peanut there. I don't know. For me, it's a little bit different. I'm not getting the anise, or anus, depending on who you ask. How to say it. With this crowd, I found that we are at about that 8th grade level. So yeah, even plays funny. Yeah.
Can I go ahead and break the barrier and say that I don't know if you remember blackjack gum.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's the flavor I was trying to think of.
Blackjack gum.
It was our first gum of the night. I had to throw it out.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's definitely old school there, the blackjack gum.
A good Springerly cookie.
All right, let's taste this one, see where we're at here. Okay.
It's drier.
Dry. Okay.
Peanut brittle.
Peanut brittle. All right. Okay. Not where I would have thought we would have gone, on the nose. It's funny how these things can be different nose versus taste, but
This tastes completely different than the nose.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Toffee taste to it.
Mm-hmm. Some coffee. Yeah.
Yeah, when I heard peanut brittle, I was like, no way. And then and there it is.
Like, wait. Oh, there
Right
it is.
There at the end, it's
Yeah.
peanut brittle.
Peanut brittle. Yeah.
Less peanut, more brittle.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Paul, how about you? A taste on this one?
Yeah, I get a real sugary sweetness, like those sweet like honey peanuts that have all the sugar coating on them.
Mm-hmm.
Very familiar. I just can't put my finger on what it is, but I know I probably have a bottle of this right now.
Okay. All right. Ann and Anthony, what are your thoughts on this one?
Just not much there in the flavor, a little bit of sweetness, little sugar. Like if you told me that my neighbor made this in his garage still, I'd probably believe you.
That'd be a pretty cool neighbor to have.
I just think the
If my neighbor was making this, I'd be okay with it. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah. Out where I live, everybody has a still.
I kind of feel like it was kind of unimpressive with the nose and the taste of it.
A little weak.
A little weak, yeah. Not as strong as some of the other ones, I feel like.
Yeah. Yeah, Danny, how about you?
I will have to agree. I mean, like I said, a little bit disappointing, but I mean, it is okay. I mean, I would drink it. Not a
Sure.
problem.
Sure. I mean, it's pretty much goes with anything.
Mhm.
Grump. I like how your name has been devolved to it's just Grump now. Yeah. Kevin,
I got to figure out how to change it. Because it's going by my email.
oh, it's pulling that from your email. I know your email's Grump Dad, right?
Right.
Right.
So it's pulling me from the email. And like I said, I haven't figured this laptop thing out just yet. So hey, I'm a little computer challenged, all right?
Oh, okay. You're doing fine. You're doing fine. Kevin, what are your thoughts here as you taste this one?
You mentioned that you got peanuts on the nose.
Mhm.
I got peanuts on the palate.
Yeah. Okay.
It for me tastes better than it smells because I'm not a, star anise fan or, anise. That's a planet, Uranus. That's a planet there. But I got kind of big peanuts on the flavor.
Big peanuts on the flavor.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. We'll end this with Justine. We'll have Justine weigh in your thoughts on the taste on this one.
So I'm still picking up on the licorice from the nose on the taste, but it's definitely sweet. So my cousin's grandma was from Italy, and she used to make those like waffle cookies with the anise, and there was like powdered sugar on them. That's what this reminds me of. They were like sweet, but they still kind of had that licorice taste.
Yeah.
That's what this is to me.
Okay. All right. Let's put that one aside. F aside. We're going to go all the way back to A. And again, this time it's a little bit higher level. We're not going to stop and ask, call people out. But again, if you want to share something, you feel like it's evolved some, that's what we're looking for as we go through second time on these. So we're talking about A now. So
A really opened up.
A's opened up. Okay. Time was good to A.
Strong vanilla on the nose.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a syrupy vanilla.
Yeah. Yeah. Like they
that
put,
syrup that you put in the coffee.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, Casey. Like that syrup that they sell to, at some places. Sometimes it's in a pump. Sometimes if you get it at home, it's just in a pour thing. But yeah,
It was
vanilla
decent
for
the first
coffee.
time. It's better the second time.
All right, let's go to taste. What's anybody's thoughts on the taste? Has anybody got anything they want to add to this one?
Definitely got sweeter.
Mm-hmm.
Like
It
this
has a
one,
richer flavor the second time around.
yeah, this one to me was very earthy in the beginning, like leather and coffee, and now it's just very sweet.
Yeah. Yeah, we did talk a lot of leather and toffee and things like that on this one the first time through. Now, I do agree with you. It's more on the sweet side. So that's personal preference on whatever you prefer. That could be a positive thing or it could be a negative thing, depending on your individual palate there, I guess.
I'm still getting quite a bit of the earthiness in the back palate.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, a lot of sweet up front, but quite a bit of earthiness in the back still.
Earthiness. Yeah. Yeah.
Some leather,
Leather.
but
Okay.
like light and that earthiness that he just described.
Okay. All right. I can't wait till we get to the one that was the tobacco with Kevin, and I want to see if it's now evolved to pipe tobacco at all. Was that B or C? I forget.
Is it pipe tobacco or backwoods?
Back there, like little things Clint Eastwood would smoke.
Huh. All right. Let's move on to B. Same thing, just looking for general notes, evolution of it, that type of thing.
Oh. Strong vanilla.
Strong vanilla. Okay.
Yeah, this one's opened up a little bit. It's not quite as earthy smelling.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree with Danny. It's
Honey on the nose.
kind of a vanilla bomb, or maybe
Honey?
maybe honey, sugar cookies.
I'll go with honey, sugar cookies.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Kind of lost that cinnamon roll smell.
Yeah. Okay, let's taste it, see if there's been an evolution of taste as well.
Did it have that interesting spice on the front the first time?
Oh,
No, I feel
I
like
don't
there's
think
a lot
so.
of really interesting like spice on the front.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it had a little bit of a spicy finish the first time, but now it's you're right.
it's up front.
Yeah. Yeah, it does kind of get you up front. Stays in the top 1/3 of the tongue kind of area.
Yeah.
Forward. Yeah.
But it's not as balanced as it was earlier.
Mm-mm. Now that's what's interesting. I mean, we're not talking about that much time between, I don't know, it's 7:45 now, or I don't know, depending on what time, 45 minutes after the hour. So, but again, not a relatively short amount of time for the changes, but it shows you how that stuff works.
I still like it.
I still like it too. It's good. It's good. All right, let's move on to C. C's
Oh.
very buttery on the nose.
So there's a lot of bread in it too.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if anybody's ever had it before, but it reminds me a lot of friendship bread. The
Friendship
Amish
bread.
friendship bread.
I think I have had that. I think.
It's the way the dough smells itself when you get it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay.
I've only had the finished product. I've never had the make the 7-day thing. But I get a little of that.
Okay.
It takes them 7 days to make it.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a
Okay.
it's a-
Well, that's how bad you have to be friends with them, because that's a long time to wait.
it's a crazy little process.
It's a commitment. It's a commitment.
Yes.
7 whole days of friendship.
Call it commitment bread.
Yeah. All right, let's taste this one. Sweet and spicy.
There's something else up there.
Well, there's definitely, you get some of the bread and some vanilla. Almost like a, a light
I'm getting some
icing
kind
type
of
thing.
funk.
Funk.
Second time around.
Mm-hmm. Funk can be good though, right? I mean,
yes.
In whiskey, funk is a good thing.
Music, yes, but whiskey, no.
I think funk's a good thing in whiskey. You get those old dusties. Do you like dusties?
I like some Duskies, but
So many times there's this weird funk about them that is just fantastic. Yeah, funk is good in music too, though. All right. Anything else to add on taste on C? Okay, let's move on now to D. D as in dog.
Not as floral. I'm getting cotton candy.
Cotton candy. Mm-hmm.
So
Big League
chew.
Chew.
Big League Chew. There's another gum reference. we're talking about things very sweet on the spectrum then though. Cotton candy, that's about just sweet and sugary. It's just basically spun sugar. So, and then Big League Chew, that's about as sweet of chewing gum as you'll get too. So very sweet on the nose, apparently. Last time, if you remember, we were talking cherries and I forget what else on this one.
Yeah, we were saying like vanilla or cherry Coke and
cherry Coke, cherry blossom. So there's kind of a florally too. There's a florally.
Yeah, we talked about honeysuckles.
Yeah. Again, a little bit of an evolution. I'm not getting those type of notes this time around like we were getting the first time through. But let's try it. Let's taste it, see what we got.
That's a vanilla bomb. That just got a lot of it.
Out of an almost to a one note. There's not a huge explosion of flavors.
It's not real complex.
Right. It's not definitely not real complex. It's kind of
no, that cherry underneath. I think it's still there a little bit, but that might be wishful thinking.
Mm-hmm.
It tastes kind of like a cherry cream saver.
Cherry cream saver, yeah.
Like the lifesavers, the vanilla.
Yeah, the one that's got the vanilla swirled in it and that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, I think that's right. Okay. That's D. Now we'll move on to E, as in Edward.
Or Akley.
Or Akley, depending on how you spell my last name. Could be Akley. I'm still getting a lot of corn on the nose on this one. The corn's not going away, I don't think. I think that's staying with this one.
Yep. Corn's there.
Corn.
Corn and a little green shoots,
Yeah. Maybe like that corn silk Justine was talking about before. All right, let's try it out.
Still, the corn overpowers everything for me.
Yeah.
I can't taste anything else but that.
It's corn on the yeah, this would be an interesting one to get the mash bill. It seems like a high corn mash bill for sure.
It almost reminds me of mellow corn.
Mellow corn.
Almost.
I think mellow corn's a little sweeter, but yeah. It's
A little better.
Oh, a lot.
Uh-oh. Shots fired. Okay. Let's move on to our last one. Mine came in this beautiful cobalt blue bottle. I don't know if you guys got the same. Very nice. Very nice work there. No extra charge for the cobalt blue. It's included in your price.
I like the green ones.
You like those? Okay.
The green bottles too.
Yeah. All right.
All
On the
mine are
nose.
same color, they're all clear.
You get all clear? Like I said, I've given up on trying to really organize it. I just dump them all in a big box and just grab them now. So. Okay.
I don't think the nose finished very differently than it did last time. I'm still getting a lot of black licorice.
A lot of black licorice.
Yeah, same here. And I'm getting it almost smells like a liqueur.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
I get a little more anise. Well, actually, I get the anise now on the palate with the peanuts. No,
Okay.
with the on the palate.
On the palate. Well, I haven't tried it yet. So let's give this a final try here.
I'm speeding.
Yeah. Yeah, there's definitely peanuts there.
I get like Mary Jane's.
Mary Jane's. Are those like a licorice flavored candy? I don't know what Mary Jane's
They're
are.
kind of peanut, and they like pull the fillings out of your teeth.
Okay.
Yeah, it was peanuts and was it maple?
Oh,
They were
okay.
hard, red,
Yeah,
wrapped up.
yeah, maple.
I think it was peanuts and
Peanut.
maple.
Okay. Now I think I
It's
know what you're
sister
talking
candied a bit of honey, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of like that. Yeah.
Or like the what was it? The sucker one. It was like the slow poke.
The slowpoke. Yeah. Yeah. Geez, we're going to have to
Or
make sure
kinda
there,
like
there
the
may be
big
an
hump.
age minimum to get on here on our events anymore. You might have to be a minimum of 40 to attend. When we talk about all this old candy, if you're younger than 40, you don't know, I don't think.
Yeah, it's like you have to have visited a penny candy store in order to
Right,
participate in this.
Right. We're
podcast.
gonna have some rules here. Like
Not
Scott's
the-
younger than 40. He may have to go through some sort of
No.
training. Oh, he's not.
Just
not.
hit it.
Oh,
All
just hit
right.
40. Okay, well, you're still eligible then. Congratulations. So, oh, didn't want to have to kick you off here.
Kind of reminds me of the big hunk. Yeah,
Of what? Sorry, Danny, I missed that.
the big hunk.
The
Big hunk of what?
Is that a candy? A big hunk?
That's
It's
candy
not a
bar.
big chunk?
It's
Danny,
it's
this
called-
is made up. This is
It's
made up.
called the big hunk. It's
It's a
more or
chocolate
less
bar.
like it's a taffy bar with peanuts in it. Look it
Taffy
up.
with peanuts.
Yeah,
You can only
yes.
get it in Texas.
I think
Right?
so.
No, they're up here at QT here in Missouri.
Danny, I've had it.
Look them up.
The big hunk?
Yeah.
It's an Oklahoma candy.
I've never heard of it.
Okay, Bill, you're done. You're out of here.
You're done. The big hunk, yes, loved by Oklahomans everywhere. So it says. Okay, makes
Nope,
sense.
Google
now.
found it first thing. It's there. It's a thing.
The big hunk. Okay, there you go. All right, so here's where we're at. We've gone through all of them twice. So now I'm going to give you guys a little free time. Again, what you need to do is you need to rank them 1 to 6. 1 being your favorite one of the night, all the way down to 6 being your least favorite. You need to come up with your rankings. And then we'll have you share them with me in just a second here. I'll put them in a spreadsheet. We have a scoring system. And right now is the time when I don't talk. I just sit here quietly and I do not talk. And I let you guys just think. There's no sound going on, just complete silence, allowing you to do your work in a very quiet environment.
Okay.
But the problem is we ain't got much sample left.
Danny has to just smell the empty glasses to make his decisions now. Just empty glasses and tears. That's all Danny has.
Just like Barner.
Yep. I will give you a little time because there is 6, so it'll take a little while. Just go through, do the compare and contrast thing, whatever you have to do. Give you a little bit of time.
Was B the one with the alcohol, with the tobacco?
Which had the pipe tobacco that Kevin noted pipe tobacco in.
Yeah, that was B, wasn't it?
I think that was B, yeah. He
Yes,
agreed.
he was the one-
He wholeheartedly agreed with me. It was pipe tobacco. He was like,
Yeah, that was Grandpa's pipe tobacco.
he's like, Steve, you nailed that one. Want some ciphering music? Da 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 da. And if Misty wants to do some shopping, there's now a good time to do that during this quiet time.
Misty's doing work stuff. She says she's got to wait till tomorrow when payday hits again, and then
Okay.
she can order
Then
some
she
more.
can order some stuff. Okay. She's gonna be featured tomorrow, as is the legend in Quick Bourbon Notes. I wrote Quick Bourbon Notes this afternoon.
Oh, cool.
And a movie.
And a movie. The movie was done by 11:45. I wanted to get it done before lunch. Start on this morning, had it done before lunch, which was great.
Yeah, but when he says morning, it was probably 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning when
Well,
you
yeah,
got up and
I
started.
get up early. I get up early for sure. And then just got to work. And decided what distilleries are going to be in there. Wrote
So-
what I want to learn from them.
So Misty's on the quick bourbon notes.
Yeah, she'll be in quick bourbon notes tomorrow. Yes.
All right.
So, 3 stories featured. Misty's featured in one of them. So
Cool. Well, she'll be glad with that. She just doesn't like to be interviewed.
Misty is featured on one of the Bourbon Dailies where I chase her
Yes.
around with a microphone. She yells at me, "Get away, leave me alone.
Go that way."
I don't want to talk to you." So we're thinking about getting Misty her own show on the network.
She's saying no.
Okay.
First Friday is tomorrow, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I'll be there.
Okay.
Looking forward to it. Looking forward to it.
Oh yeah, I need to contact you after this.
Okay.
So you'll get a text from me.
Okay.
Will it be a drunk text?
Could be Freddie.
No,
Could
no, it won't be Freddie.
Yeah. Wow. This is a little bit late to get a text from Danny, so you don't know what it's going to be. Yeah.
No.
All right. How's everyone doing? Do you need any more time? We lost Ann and Anthony, so I'm worried about them. This was their first event and they bailed. Not a good sign. Not a good sign.
Hey, Steve.
Yes.
I got another call to get on, so
Okay.
I can give you my rankings.
Yep. I'll let me pull up my spreadsheet here and get
Give me a call. So I can get on.
Okay. All right, Kevin. Start with your number one. What was your favorite?
Oh, okay. My first is all right. I'll call you back then. All right, my first is B.
Okay.
First place is B. Second place is A. Third place is C. Fourth place is D. Fifth place is F. Sixth place is E.
Okay. Kevin, you're all set, man. So that's all you need to do. And again, you're not missing anything because we're not going to reveal what they are or anything like that.
Right.
So yeah, you're caught up. The next event's July 15th, if you can make it. I don't know if you've signed up for that or not, but that's the next time we get together and work on round 2. So
You got it. You guys have a good night.
all right, Kevin,
You
you have a
too,
good night
Kevin.
as well.
Good night, man.
See you.
Take care.
Yep.
All right. How's everyone else doing? Is everyone else ready? Anybody need more time?
We're ready now.
Okay. Let me pull up the spreadsheet
good.
again. We know with this, I can't see you guys. So if you're trying to grab my attention by waving or something like that, I can't see. I got the spreadsheet pulled up. I'm totally immersed in that, but I can hear you, of course. So I'm just going to go with the order that's on my spreadsheet. So that means the next one that I have on my list is actually Paul.
Okay, B, C, D, A, F, E.
All right. Okay. Next up is Avery. He's not here. So Tom, you're next.
B,
Okay.
C, F, A, D, E.
Okay. Danny, you're next one on my list.
Okay. I'll go B,
Okay.
A, C, D, E, and F.
Okay. Rob, I've got you down next.
B, A, D, E, F, C.
Okay. Casey.
I've got D, A, B, C, F, E.
Okay. Neil Robinson is next on the list.
All right, I've got D as in dog,
Okay. All right.
B as in boy, C, A, F, and E.
Okay. Seeing some kind of establishing what's what here. There's still everything's up in the air for early on in the thing, but the low ones seem to be establishing themselves. Melanie, I've got you down next.
Okay. B as in boy.
Okay.
F. D, dog.
Okay.
A. C, cat.
Okay.
E.
All right. Bill, you're next.
Delta,
Okay.
Bravo, Alpha,
What was the second one?
Bravo,
Favo?
Bravo.
Bravo. Okay. All right. Go ahead.
Learn your phonetics.
I don't know them. I'm sorry.
Learn your
Turn up the
phonetics.
hearing aid.
Yeah, I need a hearing aid. All right.
3 is Alpha.
Okay.
4 is Foxtrot.
Okay.
5 is Charlie.
All right.
And 6 is Echo.
Echo. Okay. Scott, you're next.
A, C, B as in boy,
Okay.
F, E, and D, Delta.
Okay. Kathy.
C, B, A, D, E, F.
Okay. All right. The legend, you're next.
Okay, D, F, A, B, E, C.
F, A, B, E, C. Okay. Justine.
B as in boy,
Okay.
D as in dog,
Okay.
A,
Okay.
cat, F, E.
Okay. Did I miss anyone? Okay.
It's Anthony and Ann. Phone dropped off because of the dead battery.
Oh, they're back. Okay. All
Yeah.
right. Okay. Let me pull the
For-
spreadsheet. Let me pull the
As long
spreadsheet.
as long as the battery survives.
Okay. Let's get you. Well, you are in the mix here. So, are you guys voting together or separately?
Together.
Just
Together.
one vote. Yep.
Okay. Let me note you here, Anthony.
There was no dissent.
No dissent. Okay. All right. What was your favorite? Your number one.
Bravo,
Okay. 2.
Delta,
Okay.
Alpha,
Okay.
Foxtrot,
Okay.
Echo,
Charlie.
Charlie.
Okay. All right. Here's where we're at. The finals look as follows. In last place with 18 points, E. I think we kind of knew that one, if you listen closely. So E is in last place there. In 5th place is F with 35 points. And in 4th place with 45 points is C. That means that the following all then will move on. In 3rd place is D as in dog. In 2nd place is A with 54 points, just one above D. And then in 1st place, in kind of a runaway, is B as in boy. So those are the ones that are moving on. I don't know what they represent brand wise. I don't know if they represent big bourbon, small bourbon. I'm not sure. So doing this blind. So that's where we're at. If you want to keep notes or anything like that, because some people like to refer back when we get to the finale. So there we are.
In the finale, will you be letting us know what, like the the ones
Yeah.
that didn't make it like this?
Yeah,
round?
you'll get everything on the very last day. So round 3, we'll go back through and we'll review the 6 that didn't make it, what their scores were, so where they fall
Okay.
Score wise, and then we'll go back and then we'll of course it doesn't matter how they did to get there, because then it all starts new. So it's not like the number 1 here could end up being in last place
Right.
on round 3. It has to be on its own merit at that point. So that's the only thing. So, but yeah, that's it. So there we go. There we are. Round one of big distilleries versus small is in the books. And we have 3 finalists established. We'll get 3 more finalists when we get together on July 15th. I will be emailing you guys with the video, which for those folks that couldn't make it tonight, that becomes important to them. They want to taste, these things and follow along with the video. So I'll send that out to everyone in the group, and then I'll also include the link. So even if you're like, I don't need to check that email because I got the link. If you haven't signed up for the next one, but you want to, I'll have the link for that one in there too. So you guys have the ability to do that. So there you go. That's it for round number 1. And then we need to be thinking as we go through these and get closer to the end, what's going to be our next project? I don't know what our next project should be, but we'll have to think about that. And you guys be thinking, I'll be thinking, and we'll see what we can come up with for our next project. Because these are fun. Blind tastings are always interesting. So, all right. Well, with that, I'm going to say goodbye to our audience that is watching this on video. On YouTube, and we'll say goodbye to them. I'm going to stick around, of course, and answer any questions that you've got, talk bourbon, whatever you'd like to talk about, the company, anything going on, we'll get to that. But for right now, see you guys later.